Well, the president is set to announce major immigration moves today, but the real question is, can he do it by executive order, as is planned, and completely bypass Congress? Guy Benson is political editor at townhall.com and a Fox News contributor. Guy, good morning to you.
Hello, Shannon.
Okay, so one of the things we're hearing about today is he will sign this executive order that gets things moving on the border wall with Mexico. Estimates put the price anywhere from 14 to 20 billion. Now, he said ultimately Mexico will pay for it, but in a tweet just a couple of weeks ago, here's what he said. The dishonest media does not report that any money spent on building the Great Wall, parentheses, for sake of speed, will be paid back by Mexico later. So even though Mexican officials keep, rebutting that, somebody's got to pay for it to get moving. Will Congress get on board with this?
Yeah, it'll have to be Congress, and he knows that. And ultimately, the argument that he's making is we'll find ways to apply pressure to the Mexicans where they're going to end up reimbursing us for some or all of the cost of the wall. The Mexicans say, no way, that's not happening. But look, this is someone who ran a campaign where one of the top slogans, you ask Donald Trump, supporters or detractors on the street, what does he want to do? Maybe the first thing they'll tell you is build the wall. He said it over and over again. They chanted it at rallies. And so here we go. The first step, it's an executive step. He knows he's going to need Congress as well. But, this should not come as a surprise to anyone. This is a key feature of his campaign.
And Mexico's president is, we understand, coming for a visit next week. How do you think that conversation goes down? Do you think it's a different conversation between two world leaders in private than it is on Twitter?
Well, yeah, for sure. And we saw that actually, I think one of the better moves in Trump's campaign was his sort of last-minute trip down to Mexico, where everyone said, oh, here we go. Here comes the final meltdown. This cannot possibly go well for him. And it was actually, I think, the optics of it, the tone of it, were actually pretty presidential. And people said, oh, he didn't completely, collapse on stage. The Mexicans didn't try to arrest him or something. It went relatively well, and I think we will see mutual respect. Trump's not going to show up and insult the guy, but I'm sure there will be some tough conversations behind the scenes about exactly what the wall might be like and who's going to ultimately fund it.
All right, Guy Benson, we will be standing by for that executive order, and we expect others, including one that may strip some funding from federal funding from sanctuary cities, so we'll keep an eye on that.